Someone once told me I could never be a real dancer. They said people only liked me because people weren't used to seeing a big girl move. And for a moment, I believed that. Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Yes, you heard me right, we are finally here. I just thought, let me start it off chill vibes. Let's open up the curtain a little. For anyone who have known me for the longest time, they know that I struggle opening up and being vulnerable, but I thought, you know what, I could never know how my journey and experience may impact someone else, where someone else says, you know what, I relate and that could help me. So let's get it started. Who is this lovely lady sitting right in front of you? Yes, self-affirming, honey. My name is Tobeka Omeji Lindelwa Elumusa Mapumulo Yebo Intombi Yomzulu, all the way from Durban 031, born and raised. I'm 26 years old and I am a graduate in a business management diploma. Thank you very much. Yes, sir. But more than anything, I'm a child of God who loves Him more than anything, above it all. And Tobeka is also a dancer who's very passionate about dance. Dance really came through for me. Dance saved me. Dance protected me from myself and the world outside. Dance gave me a voice. Dance gave me a place where I could express myself, speak through dance, and more than anything, it made me who I am today. Dance lives inside of me and dance chose me more than anything, and I'm so grateful. There's definitely other ways that I know I love expressing myself and speaking through other forms of entertainment, and we'll speak about that, but for now I really want to focus on my dance journey and just what I experienced, the challenges, and how I overcame that. But Tobeka is literally just this bubbly girl, super energetic. Even people really ask me, why do you have so much energy? And I'm like, you know, when you're really going against the norms and what people are used to, people really get uncomfortable and people don't get used to that, you know. But I really love people. Yabatanda bantu. I believe in treating people how I want to be treated, and that's really what I stand on. As we start this journey together, I hope I get to uncover more, speak more about myself. Whatever you guys want to know about me as well, feel free, man. That's just what we hear about, and that's why I opened this channel and let you guys in a little bit more, not a little, a lot more. See, open the curtain up, honey. You know what I mean? Yeah. So why dance? So many of you guys may ask, why dance? I strongly believe that besides the fact that I'm passionate about it, I believe that it is my calling and it is my purpose, and it's what God brought me on earth to do, not just to dance, but to spread a message, to teach, to break norms, stereotypes that society have put in place, where I see plus size people still get bullied, still get judged, made fun of, teased. And I really started learning that, or understanding my purpose, and dance chose me to teach society, the world, that I will not conform to what you guys say I can and cannot do. I can do anything regardless of my circumstance and how I look, and that's why I ran with it. And I strongly believe that dance is for me. It's for me. But when did I start dancing? I always say to myself, you know what, I don't even, because like my mom would say, even when I was still a baby, I'd literally bula sick in it and start dancing, and like the whole family would start hyping me up, you know, as a young kid, shama tombolo, cigarette cake, you know. So I think as soon as I popped out, my mom was telling me I did a vosho, but most definitely it was when I was 14 years old. My brother Mawanda is also a dancer. You know, growing up I used to watch them with his friends Verb. They'd dance in my mom's garage downstairs, they'd have sessions, and I'd stand there and I'd watch. I'm like, whoa, I want to do that. I like that, you know. Besides watching videos, you know, DVD players, and you watch videos of Beyonce, I'm English, you know, I used to want to do that so much. And I think they really played a major role in my dance career, or kickstarting it. They inspired me. Funny enough, yes, I started with crump, a street style, which is kingdom radically uplifting mighty praise. That changed my whole entire life and gave me so much confidence. I may have not understood it when I was still young at that time, but that's where it started. That's where it literally all started, and it's been a journey. When did I realize it was not a hobby for me? See, when I chose to start learning crump or just dance, to go into the dance scene, I knew it was never going to be a hobby for me. And I think that's why I was fortunate enough, because to know that it's not a hobby and it's what I wanted to do for the rest of my life. So I was ready, well, not as prepared, but I was ready for the amount of work that I needed to put in. But also, there's nothing so amazing like having people around you that prep you, teach you, help you grow, and also just hold your hand right through it, no matter how hard it is. So your surrounding matters the most. I promise you that your surrounding matters the most, but also how you position your mindset is so important. I had known that this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. So from the get-go, man, like I would lab, we call it a lab. I would practice with my brothers. Even in the evenings, we'd lab, crump, practice hard, but it didn't stop there. As years went by, and I don't even tell people this, I would go to auditions where I was the only big girl. That was not the easiest thing, because I would doubt myself so much, but I still went for it because I knew what I wanted. I would go to auditions, I would go to any class. I went to contemporary auditions. I didn't know anything about a contemporary. They'd take me on the floor, my body was... That being big is not easy, trust me. It's not easy, you know. They do floor moves, sit up, stand up, haha, spin. You know, it was never easy. I went to every class I could ever go to. I had to invest in myself because I knew it was not a hobby. I knew I didn't want to just, and I always tell people this, I knew I didn't want to just be any ordinary dancer. Or I knew I wasn't going to be any ordinary dancer. I mean, already I'm plus size, but I did not want any petty applause. Meaning, I don't want people to be like, at least she can move, because it's not something people are used to, seeing a big girl moving. You know, there's a stereotype that people, you know, plus size big people are lazy, big people don't move, blah blah. So I had already known that I have to kind of overcome that first, before wanting to be titled a dancer or being seen as one. And it's still a journey till today, because hey, it's not easy, trust me. But yeah, I knew it wasn't a hobby from the get-go, from the jump. What's the one thing that I feel like dance gave me that nothing else could? It was the confident Tobeka. It was the TBK that had this alter ego. When she went into the dance floor, she was not the shy girl. She was not the embarrassed girl or the girl that was crying over being teased. She was the confident, I'm beautiful, I can do this girl. When I think about my younger self, what do I think she needed to hear? I definitely think she needed to hear everything she heard. Everything happened the way God has destined it to happen or wanted it to happen. I was so fortunate to have such an amazing support system, from my mom to my siblings, my older siblings. My mom was Kulisa Sondweni, church. The lessons and everything that was taught there, principle, values, morals, that contributed to my journey and who I am. My siblings pushing me, the friends I had. Like, surrounding plays such a huge role, but also just your upbringing, your background, everything that I went through, everything that was said, even the negative, even the bullying. Listen, the bullying, the teasing, the laughing at me. I would go to school tying a jersey around my waist because I was like, I looked too big. I don't know why I thought it would kind of shrink it a little, but everything had to be said because I had not gone through that. I don't think I would have valued the TBK that I am now, or I wouldn't have even became that. That molded me to being the person I am, the confident TBK that I am. How was it joining the dance scene as a plus size girl? Let me tell you something. That was such a mental war for me because it literally directly came for my confidence, my self-esteem, my skill. It just made me question so many things. But at the same time, it's like It taught me so much. It helped me grow, it groomed me. It was not easy. That's what I can definitely say. It was definitely not easy. I think at some points I even wanted people to have like some pity for me, like, oh my gosh, but she's carrying so much weight, why would you expect her to do that, how could you do that? But I was like, girl, your goal was to be a dancer. You want to be a dancer, right? That's the title you want. You don't want some petty applause. You don't want, no. So I had to go through that. I had to overcome that. I had to be treated just like everyone else. I had to be treated like every other dancer because of just the reality of how the industry is and how demanding the actual style or the genre or the entertainment industry is, and dance itself and how demanding it is, just between stamina and how your body needs to move, body control, etc. So I'm super duper grateful for the people that contributed into me being the strong dancer. Bontle has, like, that woman is amazing. I came to auditions, I came to her gates, and I was just like everyone else. Flow moves, everything, and I had to push through. Verb, he made sure to put, like, I was just any other dancer, and I think that was something I was very grateful for, because when I literally went outside into the real world and went to those gigs and saw how much is expected of me physically, mentally, and everything else, I was well prepared, and I'm grateful for that. Okay, so I really wanted to dive deeper into the challenges as a plus size. First challenge, being the only big girl. I think one thing that was hard for me is that I had no one to relate to that was around me. There was a plus size girl that was doing it. I see people saying, oh, I'm under this person's wing, under that person. I looked at, and I'm like, girl, that person wasn't even there when I started. So I couldn't look up to them. You know, the people that I did look up to, Abu Amari Master, and I looked up to Abu Bontle. But someone who was like big like me, that was doing it then, when I started, there was no one. And that's why it was even more harder for me to relate. I was the only one. I was auditioning, only big girl, classes, only big girl, this, only big girl. That's another challenge. You sometimes gonna be the only big girl in the room. Two, what that creates is things said about you. That's another challenge. It's assumptions made about you as a big girl. Whether people don't believe you can reach that place, or that energy. That was another challenge. It's overcoming that. There's just so much pressure and a lot of stages that you have to literally keep overcoming. That's another thing. It's the assumptions made that, okay, I can't do it. I can't. You know. Two, I wrote some stuff down so I remember. Another one is doubting yourself. Again, like I said, you doubt yourself. You're in a room where you're the only one. People move a certain way, people look a certain way when they move, and you don't look as cute and appealing, or maybe your moves may not be as clear because, you know, your body is not like what people are used to. So that's another thing you need to overcome. It's like a whole mental war, like I said. Yeah, you work 10 times harder than anyone. That's the truth, because you are carrying extra weight. You are big and beautiful. Thank you very much. Please, for confidence. You are big and beautiful, so you are working 10 times harder than anyone. A voucher for someone who's a 60 whatever weight for you was like, whew, you know. So you are working 10 times harder. Certain moves are going to be hard, so you are going to have to either practice more, put in more practice when you get home. That's just some things I did. Like, if I saw what I couldn't do, a split, I had to go back home, put in the work. So you work 10 times harder than anyone. But more than anything, I think it's just the challenges of literally having people to believe that you can do something, so that a door can open, or they can bring that opportunity towards you. But once you believe in yourself, then anyone else will believe you, because you're putting in the work, you're putting in the hard work. And there's definitely many more, and we are going to unpack. We are on a journey. I'm not just doing this video just to rush you guys so you can speak about it, you know what I'm saying. So I saw some of the questions on Instagram that you guys asked, but yeah, I just summed it up into whatever else I say here. So what kept me going when quitting was easier? Like I said, it's my calling, it's the purpose, it's the force, and it's knowing what I'm doing it for and understanding the bigger picture now. I know it's not just for me anymore. I know I see all these kids crying. I know how it felt when I was bullied and I was not believed in. I know how it felt when I had no one to relate to and look up to. So that's why I keep going. I see kids who still commit suicide because they feel out of place, or still on comments to young kids that go to school, and I know how it felt when I went to school and I was bullied and I was teased. That's why I still do it and I don't quit, because it's not just for me. Yeah, it's giving hope. I am empowered to empower others, and that's what I strongly stand on. So that's why I'll forever continue and keep doing it. Okay, what is my vision for the future? In terms of just being a plus size dancer and just what mission I'm trying to accomplish is building a world where plus size dancers are seen, accepted, accommodated, and really not doubted and questioned. A place where it's genuine love and appreciation for dancers that look different. That's just the space I want, where opportunities are given to them as well. That's why I put in the hard work I'm putting in right now. And I'm very hopeful, and I'm so excited for that one, man. Like, to prove that we can do it as well, as good as any petite thin girl can. But just for dance specifically, because I don't want to label myself as like a plus size dancer. I'm a dancer, and that's just what it is. For dance specifically, I just really want a place where dancers are respected for their time, their craft, and the impact that they have, or just the role they play in the music industry, in bringing life to music, bringing so much traction, recognition to whatever song you have going on. I think that's the one of my biggest visions, but also more than anything, monetary value, where dancers are really valued and we can live off of this, because this is also a career. I'm a brand that's partnering with your music, with your brand. I'm not just a prop that you place there at the back to enhance. I literally work hard, put in the hard work behind closed doors. I practice. I need to keep my stamina up. I need to, all of these things, I need to keep my skill up. So dancers need to be valued with monetary value also. So dancers need to be paid right, and that's the biggest vision for me. But also unity, oneness, especially for Durban, for me, I really want the dance and the music to come together, to work together in everywhere and every possible way. We really exploit and exhaust every resource that's there. Not exploit per se and saying like use dancers, no, in terms of like using it the right way, and working together. But yeah, man, like, just the beautiful, loving community world, Durban music, dance scene that's just building a better foundation for the upcoming kids, upcoming generation, where also parents see hope, saying, okay, my child can do this as well. But yeah, man, like, thank you so much for listening. Thank you for coming through. Thank you for staying right till the end of this video. I truly appreciate it. I love you guys, and I appreciate everyone's support, everyone who's been there, still here from the beginning when I started, and you're still here. But whoever's starting with me now, I'm truly grateful. I thank my family, I thank God, I thank everyone, literally everyone who has impacted my journey in a positive and a negative way, man. You literally played a role to bringing this TBK who is here today. I wouldn't have been here without you guys. So again, please subscribe, like, comment, share, and join me on this journey, man, of unpacking and sharing more and really opening up. Yeah, man, thank you so much. Love you loads. Bye.